Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. Comic-Con is next week. Now we have confirmation on a couple new characters. Let's break it down. There's a new round of the Flash Ring giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. We're within 1 week of getting that Comic-Con trailer. Literally, it's happening next Saturday. But the cool thing is you may have seen the Flash video I did last week where I talked about them maybe doing the elongated man. Turns out now there's a casting description that was released for that character, so it could be misleading, but here I'll read. There's 3 new characters that they're casting, and they'll sound very familiar. There's Clifford DeVoe, the Thinker, and I'm just reading from the casting description here. It says, male, 40 to 50, so a little bit older, any ethnicity. After being caught in the particle accelerator explosion, Clifford DeVoe became an extremely intelligent metahuman, a super genius who's planned to fix all that he sees wrong with humanity. Regular for Season 4, meaning that he'll be in most of the episodes. I've already done a bunch of videos about the Thinker and his backstory, so I'll link my Season 4 playlist at the end of this, because they teased him at the end of Season 3, "You're not there yet," Savitar teased Barry. We knew he was coming a while ago, but it hadn't been quite confirmed yet. Now it seems like it's pretty officially confirmed, unless they're being completely misleading, which I don't think is the case. For those of you that ask, how come we don't see Barry do more detective work or do more work as a CSI? Because he was really good at that before he ever became the Flash. In fact, the very first episode where we ever saw Grant Gustin as Barry Allen, the episode was titled The Scientist. It was more of a science team-up than it was the Flash teaming up with Arrow.
The guy we got on video, the rest of the crew must have come in after him.
Actually, it was only one guy. Sorry, I'm late. But actually, my train was late. Well, the second one, the first one I did miss, but that was my cab driver's fault. I've got this great traffic app, and he thought that he was right. But I'm here now, though, so.
Great. Who the hell are you?
And do your parents know that you're here?
I'm Barry Allen. I'm from the Central City Police Department. I'm with the Crime Scene Investigation Unit.
So now it just seems like they're introducing a villain that's going to challenge Barry mentally as well as physically. So it's not going to be somebody that he'll just try to outrun, someone that he'll punch in the face, someone who's going to push all of Barry's skills to the limit. The next character is just called the Mechanic. It's a female character, says 30 to 40, any ethnicity, an extremely intelligent engineer who will design devices for Clifford DeVoe. Basically DeVoe's right hand. She'll support DeVoe no matter the consequences. Recurring guest star. That means that they're not going to be in every single episode, but if you guys have seen Spider-Man Homecoming, that's basically the Tinker to the Vulture. So think of DeVoe as the Vulture in this equation. The Tinker just builds really cool shit for him, so this Mechanic character on The Flash will probably help build DeVoe's thinking cap from the comics. Right now, the Mechanic character sounds like it's going to be somebody original to the TV show and not from the comics. But then the third character is Ralph Denby, the elongated man. So everybody's really excited about this. I'm hoping that this isn't false and it's a different character, because originally on Arrow, remember they were going to do Blue Beetle, but then they couldn't do that, so they turned him into the Atom, but the casting description was still for Blue Beetle. The reason why I think the Flash is able to do elongated man is because that character debuted in the Flash comics. He started out in Flash number 112, which was the Silver Age Barry Allen era. He was created by Carmine Infantino, who created most of the Flash rogues like the Reverse Flash, Gorilla Grodd, Captain Cold, all the biggest characters you've seen on the show. The story of that first appearance is basically Flash versus Elongated Man. Barry thinks that Elongated Man has been stealing stuff all over the city, so he tracks him down, but then finds out that it's someone else and they end up teaming up to solve the crime. The cool thing about the Elongated Man is that he's actually a detective, so most of his early stories were detective stories where he would encourage you to help solve the crime. He was part of the Justice League for a little while. Most of you who are a little bit older or middle-aged probably remember him from Identity Crisis because of the really controversial way that they treated his wife, Sue Denby. So I'm pretty sure, 99% sure, that the Flash TV show is going to completely sidestep that issue. But at the same time, a lot of you are remembering that during the Flash Season 1, his name, Ralph Denby, appears on a list of people that went missing after the particle accelerator explosion in Season 1. So he's missing, presumed dead. What it sounds like they're going to do is just say that he got his powers during the particle accelerator explosion the first season the same way that the Thinker did. So at some point he resurfaces, starts using his skills as a detective, Barry runs into him, then they start teaming up. So they say they're doing Ralph Denby, they don't say anything about doing Sue Denby. He might have a wife who died during the particle accelerator explosion, and that's his tragic backstory. My wife is dead and I have these crazy powers, all because of Harrison Wells during season 1. That was the big thing during season 1. Everybody wanted to kill Harrison Wells without knowing that he was the Reverse Flash and even more evil than you thought before, just because he ruined their lives by blowing up most of the city. So I think this is all really good stuff in terms of villains. It'll push a different side of the Flash TV show that we haven't seen since season 1. Barry actually did a lot of detective work during season 1, but during season 3, most of that was Julian because he was in Barry's lab, so it sounds like Barry's going to be spending more time at the police station, which I think is cool. His office is actually a really cool set. But if you're not familiar with the comics, Elongated Man is exactly what he sounds like. It's a little bit like Mr. Fantastic from Fantastic Four. He can stretch himself into any shape. I've already done a video talking a little bit about a team-up that they had involving a circus, but the crazy thing is that now we found out that that circus set was actually from Legends of Tomorrow, the P.T. Barnum Billy Zane episode. So Billy Zane is guest starring on Legends of Tomorrow, and that's the second episode of Legends of Tomorrow. They're filming it first, I think, so that they can get Billy Zane in the Comic-Con trailer. So obviously Flash, Arrow, Legends, Supergirl, all the DC TV shows are dropping their trailers next Saturday, so I'll do videos for all that stuff, so no worries there. But a lot of you were also asking me about the new Black Canary costume. I wasn't planning on doing a separate video about it, but the new Black Canary, the Dinah Drake version of the character, got her costume, they showed it off. It looks like it's inspired by the New 52 version of the Black Canary costume, so it makes sense that they would go in that direction. They said that Arrow's going to be something of a reboot this season. It'll be a little bit more like the comics. They won't be doing the big flashback story like they did in previous seasons, so I'll talk about that when I post my Arrow trailer video next week. So a lot of DC TV stuff happening. D23 is this weekend, so that means Star Wars The Last Jedi, Avengers Infinity War is doing a panel, and there might be some new stuff from Thor Ragnarok and the other Marvel movies. They've already been showing off a bunch of costumes, so we got our first look at what Thanos is going to look like in Infinity War. So I'll be doing videos for all that stuff this weekend. It's going to be crazy. Leave all your bonus video requests in the comments below, but congratulations to the latest giveaway winner, Vincent Ott. Please private message me so I can get your contact details. You can click here for brand new Rick and Morty, and you can click here for brand new Flash Season 4. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.